Good day, everybody. This is Clarence Manny, and I'm coming to you from the M once more with some great information. Today's topic that we're going to be dealing with is how to thrive in our business despite challenges. Now, I know this is something we spoke about before. This is something that will need to be addressed continually because, hey, in business, things happen, and so people need to know what to do. So now we can talk traditional business. So whether you're running a landscaping company, a beauty salon, or anything like that, you got to expect these things. It's called risk and liability. In those industries, risk and liability is going to be a little bit different than what I might experience in my network marketing business. In those industries, you got to worry about people suing you, right? That's a big time risk. Most people don't even think about that until the lawsuit happens. Then it's like, oh my God, what do I do? They're scrambling, and usually most folks just don't have the money, unfortunately, to afford lawyers because it is what it is. But that is something that they need to think about in addition to normal, insurances such as errors and omissions and things like that. That's something that you really need to consider is legal help as well. Now, what do you do when a challenge arises in your business? Let's say that you've got a government contract. I actually was able to assist a young lady. She had a government contract in her business, and I mean a big time contract where we're talking thousands upon thousands of dollars monthly, where you're looking at more than $500,000 in a year. That's a great contract to have. I'm sure you would agree as well. But now what would happen if that's your only contract, and then whatever service you're providing, whether it's a cleaning service, whether you're selling widgets or whatever, what if the next time that contract bid comes around, somebody underbids you or whatever? Now you lose that contract. Well, guess what? If that's the only contract you had, your business is done. It's a wrap. It's over. Now you got to scramble. And if you can agree, $500,000 isn't something that just falls out the sky every day. So how do you prepare yourself in the event that you lose a contract like that? Well, what you need to do is to have multiple contracts. So that business owner needs to have contract after contract after contract after contract, right? So this way, in the event that that one contract is pulled, although it will hurt that business, no doubt, but because they have other contracts, it won't destroy the business. Where people make their mistake is they have that one monster contract and they base everything on that contract. And when that contract is done, they're done. Same thing happens with the jobs as well. We experienced that last year, did we not? As the pandemic hit, people worldwide, they had the one job, the one income for themselves. Maybe their spouse had an income as well. And when that income, left, the job was gone. That was a wrap because people didn't have a plan B in place. Now, what about when it comes to network marketing? Guess what? It's the same thing. You need to have multiple distribution points. We just think back to the age-old franchising example, such as McDonald's or any other franchise that you can think of. But we're just going to pinpoint McDonald's because they're really the model that you want to have your organization modeled after. The reason Ray Kroc had crazy success, whereas the McDonald's brothers not so much, is because the McDonald's brothers, they had a thriving business. They were making money, but it was in one location. Whereas what Ray Kroc did was had distribution centers everywhere. He had people all over the state, all over the country, even went international. And we can see what McDonald's has become today. Where it says billions and billions served, it's probably more like trillions served because that's how many people McDonald's has affected on a worldwide basis. So now the key is having multiple distribution points. And here's why. It's very rare, but you'll see McDonald's no longer there. Whether it's McDonald's, Burger King, could be Kentucky Fried Chicken, any place that's a franchise, you've seen them change hands, meaning that business is no longer there. Now imagine if that was the only distribution point for that particular franchise. Well, then that particular franchise is out of business. The same thing with us. You and I, as networkers, we need to recruit as many folks as we possibly can. Will it be easy? The recruiting definitely will not. The business itself definitely will not. You'll have peaks and you'll have valleys. When you have peaks, I mean, some of these peaks are going to be tremendous. 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40. I mean, you've got people making some serious bank in network marketing, right? You just got to stick to it. You can't quit, people. I know it's not going to be easy, but you stop being quitters. We can't quit. Now, when the valley happens, meaning some people are going to quit, that's just part of the business. And truthfully, it's probably like 98% of the people you meet are going to quit. So don't be surprised at that. Some people are going to get fired because they just didn't listen. Some people are going to just do what they want to do, and they're going to be on your team, but they're not going to do anything because they just won't listen to you. But here's the key. If you're plugged in, if you're doing your part, if you're doing as best as you can to keep moving forward, despite all this, despite the valley, guess what? You will continue to go and grow and you will thrive. But you got to stick to the system, right? So the system for success, and you got to keep moving. And you got to keep recruiting, and you got to keep sponsoring properly. So those are the 4 tips that you want to do in network marketing. It applies to regular business as well. You got to keep moving forward, keep thriving despite challenges. Hey, listen, thank you so much for joining me from the M, and I look forward to the next time we meet. Take care.